Hello. Wow.
Hey Trent, well bowled, mate. Three different cities, three different pitches, three convincing victories. Can you explain how it's all panned out?
Um, yeah, it's all happened pretty quickly, obviously. Yeah, it's been a busy schedule, but I think I said earlier in an interview in this tournament that the challenge will be moving around the country with the different wickets and conditions that we face. But yeah, the guys have been clinical so far and delivered the plans that we've spoken about with the ball, and yeah, the batting's going nicely as well. So understand there's a lot of cricket still to come, but it's a good position to be in. 3 from 3.
All the pre-match talk was about the Chennai wicket being low, slow, and with lots of turn and stuff like that. Were you a bit surprised at the nature of the wicket, and did you just adapt to it when you bowled the first ball, or was there kind of a preconceived notion before you go in?
Yeah, I think you can always gauge a wicket by the nets in a way, and I thought the nets were very good. It's hot. Yeah, I thought the wicket was very hard and offered a little bit of pace, which is probably not the description you normally take coming here to Chennai, but yeah, like I said about the plans, the boys had plans in place, be as accurate as we can, try bowl good balls and manage to take wickets throughout the innings, and generally it's a pretty good recipe. So yeah, 250 to chase I thought was a decent score, and it was nice to clip that off in the end.
Last two from me. A word on Kane. It's almost like he never left.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, he's very comfortable out there in the middle, and yeah, quality knock after 6 or so months off. Yeah, so I'm sure he enjoyed that, and you know, big contributions there by Daryl and Glenn at the end. Obviously finished it off nicely, so nice to get the points and good to watch.
Last one. When did Daryl Mitchell decide to hit that first ball for a six? Was it like 3-4 days before?
Yeah, at least. He would have been thinking about that a long time, and yeah, I'm sure he'll have that replay on repeat, no doubt.
Hey Trent, like again a lot of talk about spin and stuff, but today the way Lockie bowled was more or less like Wagner bowling with one-day restrictions in place. So what is the plan behind that, like continuously hitting the deck and bouncing batters out, you know, when they try hitting you out for a six?
Yeah, yeah, Lockie plays a huge role for us, and you know, a guy that can bowl 150k and you know, has some great skills. It was nice to see him get some reward today, and yeah, no, he's very clever with his plans, and he likes to attack in the role that he's in, and yeah, hopefully he's going to play a big role for us over the next couple of weeks.
And like you guys believe like Chris Donaldson and Will Young had a big day out as well. They were right at the edge of the boundary, ferrying drinks to you guys, like trying to keep you in good shape in this heat. So how hard was it to sort of keep coming in and going at Bangladesh?
Yeah, I don't know what the cameras were showing, but I actually struggled with the heat there for a little bit. It was yeah, just coming out of the nice air-conditioned change rooms into Lytton Das, who was charging me first ball, was pretty exciting. But yeah, Chris plays a big role in getting us bowlers fit. You know, all the support staff and the guys that aren't playing play a big role as well. So it was a group effort today, and looking forward to the next one.
And lastly from me, like at the innings break, you spoke about how you sort of gained control over that knuckleball. We actually saw a lot of that in the MLC as well, where you got a lot of wickets in the knuckleball. Could you just talk us a bit more about how you gained control over that 2.5 years or so?
Yeah, practice, the old cliche. Yeah, I touched on with Athers at the halftime break that I've been lucky enough to play with some decent bowlers over the years, and sharing secrets and asking questions is always the way forward. But yeah, I think over here on good wickets you have to have a couple of balls up your sleeve that you can go to under pressure, and yeah, touch wood, it's coming out all right, but yeah, I enjoy bowling it.
And as you said, you were a bit surprised, but I found it interesting that Lytton Das charged on the wicket, first ball. Actually, have you seen that? I mean, before releasing the ball, that he's just coming down?
Did I see him do it?
Yeah.
No, not really. No, he just, yeah, it all happened very quickly, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows that I like to bowl in-swingers and know what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, he had a plan today to be aggressive, and I was lucky enough to come on the right side of it.
200 ODI wickets. Can you talk to us about whether
that was something that you ever thought you'd get to, and what's the feeling like being there?
Yeah, I'm very proud of it. It's come with a bit of hard work, and I've always enjoyed one-day cricket, and there's been days where it's been a lot more successful than others, but very good feeling to tick off 200. So third fastest today here, which is pretty exciting.
Trent, you're playing back-to-back matches here in Chennai, and then you have another couple of matches in Dharamshala as well coming up. Do you think that sort of gives you a sort of breathing space in terms of like preparing for conditions for games leading up?
I think the way the draw has panned out for us to be able to settle into the same venue a couple of times is probably a positive. As I spoke about earlier, those conditions are going to be the big challenge as you move around the country. Obviously each venue brings a different opposition. Big match again against Afghanistan with some guys that know these conditions very well as well. So we'll go away and have a bit of a chat, but understanding those conditions and understanding how to, I suppose, bowl and take the game deep and with the bat is going to be a big thing. So we look forward to that challenge.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
So many of the, I'm sorry for the Springboks cap, by the way. So many of the New Zealand players have played in Chennai, especially for the CSK, and that support will always be there. But to see so many fans, especially the Chennaians, to come and support the New Zealand team with the black jerseys on, loud cheers, how was that feeling for you?
It's the best part about coming to India, to embrace the crowd and see the passion and the support behind the game, and some fans out there this afternoon braved the heat and got rewarded with some pretty good cricket, I thought. So he's hoping for some big crowds coming up later in the tournament.
With the Rugby World Cup going on, it's at the end of what's been a really interesting tournament to follow. At the home, it's at the very different time zone. So they'll come to Cricket World Cup, it's mixing all these things. So what's the message at home for the fans who are following both Rugby and Cricket World Cup? And what are your expectations for the match against Ireland?
It's an interesting question. But the Kiwi support... the Kiwi sports fans back home will be having some late nights and some early mornings as well with the rugby. So, back the Black Caps and go the ABs basically. But I'm sure it should be a good game against the Irish in a few hours.
Trent, a word on Kane's injury. Was it more of a precaution that he retired out, or is there something to be really
I'm not sure,
about?
to be honest, sorry. We saw he got hit on the hand and, we'll watch the space.
Team New Zealand have always won first three matches in 2015 World Cup and then 2019 World Cup, first three matches. And once again in 2023, you have won the first three matches.
Brilliant.
So England and Netherlands and Bangladesh, which gave you a real fight? Because we watched all the three matches, but which one gave you a real fight, out of these three, England and Netherlands and Bangladesh?
Which one was the biggest fight?
Yeah, the real tough one.
Yeah, they were all tough. Yeah. That's a tricky question. I won't single out any of them, but 2 points is hard to come by, so it's nice to have 6.
Trent, I'm sorry I came in late, so if you had answered it, you can just talk us about Kane's knock. I mean, it seems like it's not like he's had an injury, a knee surgery, 7 months. I mean, he scored 100 and 200 in his last 2 international games, and again, he comes out here, soaks up the pressure, 20 balls, and then he just does what Kane does always. So just talk us about his knock today.
Great to have him back, first of all, and obviously a key player for us. So, the guy's very comfortable at the crease, very familiar with how he wants to play his cricket, and you touched on soaking up some pressure at the start to begin with, but he plays good cricket shots, puts pressure on the bowler, and generally that's a pretty good recipe. So, nice to see him out there getting some runs and playing a role for us.
Cool, thank you, everyone. Kane's going for a scan tomorrow. So we'll have a scan on his thumb tomorrow. We'll update you after that. Thank you, Trent. Thank you very much. 200 wickets.